Well, good afternoon. We certainly appreciate you being here and the start of these noon luncheons. I think they might have done this one time, a long time ago, but the start of this, we hope will become a weekly event that you will plan on. And for $5, heck, where can you get a better lunch than that? Can't hardly beat it. So again, thank you very much for being here. I'd like to take this opportunity to update everybody as to where we're at and where we're headed. This past July 13th was a Friday. It was a 13th Friday, and so you always kind of wonder how that's going to come out. But the bottom line is that the NCAA called us and moved us to the third and final year of our transition to NCAA Division II. It's called the provisional year. What it basically provided us was the opportunity to use the NCAA logo. Our stats and things will be kept within the NCAA. It still does not provide our student athletes and our teams any opportunities to compete at the national playoff level, but we're getting close. And with any luck at all, we will move forward. We have our last NCAA on-site visit coming up in about 3 weeks. On September 12th and 13th, the NCAA will have a compliance person come and visit with a variety of individuals on our campus. It's about a day and a half process where this person, Chuck Smart, will interview about 15 or 20 different people, look at all the paperwork and everything that we've put together, and hopefully give us the green flag that we're doing all the things that were correct. And then as the year progresses, I will have to do an end of the year report by June 1st in 2013. And if all things go well, we will become full NCAA Division II members as of September 1, 2013. So we are on progress. We're right on target. We feel good about where we're headed. Our coaches have done a great job. They are working hard to be compliant with all the NCAA rules. We just received yesterday our 2 boxes of NCAA rules. There was like 3 books in it. No, not that. There was like 25 books, but each coach has one. They carry it with them on their trips and things, and we try to do everything that we can to remain NCAA compliant. Our compliance director, Jen Ranham, has done a terrific job of getting everybody on the page. All of our coaches have passed NCAA recruiting tests, and so it's a long process. And the NCAA calls it a 3-year process, and as I tell everybody, in my opinion, it's been a 4-year process. It took us a year to get ready, a year to make the application, and then 2 years of candidacy, and now this 3rd year in provisional. So hopefully September 1 we'll have a big celebration, probably right in this room, and raise the flag, and we will be full NCAA members. So that's exciting about us. The next thing that obviously we get asked a lot about is conference. Where are we at with the conference? That's probably been the most frustrating thing for us as we move forward with the NCAA Division II transition. We have not been able to locate a conference at this time. I have contacted every conference commissioner within 1,200 miles of Rapid City to inquire about the possibilities, to talk about, can we become a member of your conference? And it's not because we're a bad school. It's not because we're not the right fit or anything. Most conferences don't grow unless they have 2 people. Right now, we are the only independent school from the Pacific Ocean to the Mississippi River, which encompasses a lot of miles. And until we get some shuffling going on, until we get some leagues moving around, we could end up being an independent for a while, which is not really what we want to do, but it's where we're at. Dr. Wharton obviously is very concerned about this process, and he's made some very strategic phone calls. We will continue to make those phone calls, and hopefully something will break for us in the next 8 to 10 months. But until that occurs, we will remain as an independent institution. What that means for us is that we will have to try to find games any and all places that we can find them. We're talking about some significant travel. We're talking about a hodgepodge of different teams. We do have regional competition in every league west of the Mississippi River. So anybody that we can get to play will count as regional competition. And in September of 2013, for us to qualify for national playoffs, we have to have 80% of our contests in each sport be against Division II competition. That's going to be difficult if we do not find a conference here somewhat soon. I think we'll be okay for 2012-13, which we're in now. 2013-14, in some sports we're going to be all right. In other sports it's going to be very difficult, particularly the team sports, and in particular the sports like volleyball and basketball. The basketball, most leagues are 26 games is your maximum. They play 22 league games. That leaves 4. They try to play all their non-conference games in the first part of the year. So we could potentially play all 26 of our games before December 15th and be done with the season. Now that we're not going to do that. We're not going to take that on us, but that's kind of where it's at. So those 3 sports, volleyball, as you all know, Tiffany McCampbell had a terrific year last year. They were 27-5. This year, they leave tomorrow for Fayette, Iowa to start on their next volleyball season, but we only have 5 home volleyball games, and that's, again, Division II competition. We need them. They don't necessarily need us. So we're going to have to end up doing some travel until we get this all squared away and figured out. But I have the greatest amount of confidence that we will get that concluded sometime within the next 8 to 10 months, and we will have at least an idea of where we're headed and what we're going to do during that process. We have one other new big event occurring this year, and that's the addition of our men's soccer team. It's the first men's sport at South Dakota School of Mines that's been added in 45 years. That's a long, long time. Joe Berger and his assistant coach Luke Schweitzer are doing a terrific job. They started out with 23 student athletes. I think they've lost a couple, but they're down around 2021. 17 of them are all new students. They wouldn't be here if it weren't for the men's soccer program. They begin play this weekend down in Colorado, and they get a real initiation, and they're playing some fairly tough teams down in Colorado. But it'll be the first, and we're excited about that, and we're excited about the program for them. With that, I don't want to take up a lot of time. If somebody has some questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Raise your hand and I'll use the microphone so our internet listeners can hear it. Ken? No questions for Dick? You're saving them all for Stacy?
Okay, with that, I'm going to turn the mic over to Tom, and he's going to move on from here. Thank you.